here I want to delve into the general gameplay of Devil May Cry 5. There are a few noteworthy aspects, both enjoyable and negative, that deserve attention. Continuing with the theme of 3 playable characters. There is one downside to this system. Surprisingly, you don't have the freedom to choose which character to play on each mission, even in New Game Plus. So if you have a particular affinity for V and yearn for more playtime as him, well, tough luck. Only 6 missions in the entire game are playable as V, and there's nothing you can do about it. The next thing I want to talk about is the overall difficulty. Devil May Cry 5 is very interesting on that front because the game offers deep and versatile gameplay, resulting in a sky-high skill ceiling that only a select few can reach. But the secret is that reaching that level of mastery is not at all required for having fun. You don't need to be a button mashing virtuoso, constantly swapping between weapons, style and devil triggers to have a good time. You can stick to your favorite moves and have your own playstyle. In fact, you could probably complete the entire game by spamming forward attacks alone, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Hell, you can even beat the last boss of the game by just blocking and attacking, basically 2 inputs. But here's the catch. Deep down, you know you wouldn't be satisfied with such a mundane approach. It's all about the rule of cool. You find yourself getting caught up in it, craving that feeling of being stylish. You're aware of the character's potential for unleashing awe-inspiring combos. It's only up to you to bring them to life. That's why you always strive for coolness, to gracefully juggle enemies, chain together epic combos and time your devil breakers with finesse. And don't forget the grading system, it only amplifies this desire. All this creates a great gameplay loop of constantly trying to one-up and surpass your previous feats and refine your personal style. You find yourself hoping that the next encounter will be the one where you channel your inner devil hunter, achieving that elusive smoking sexy style grading and feeling undeniably epic while doing so. Now let's talk exploration. Devil May Cry 5 may not have sprawling labyrinths or intricate Metroidvania elements, but it still manages to offer some interesting exploration, mainly thanks to all the secrets that are sprinkled around the levels, waiting to be discovered. Most of these secrets don't require any puzzles or convoluted paths, they simply demand that you be a curious demon hunter, keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to your surroundings. It may not be the deepest form of exploration, but it's enough to keep you engaged. There is one aspect of exploration that left me somewhat disappointed though, the overall visual design, or rather how it falls off in the second part of the game. In the first half, the scenery is beautiful and constantly changes. You find yourself amid the city ruins, venturing through abandoned metro station, leaping across sunken buildings, exploring warehouses, engaging in combat within a library, and even facing a boss battle in a church. It's a feast for the eyes and a testament to the developer's creativity. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the second half of the game. Once you step into the demon tree, everything becomes more or less monotonous. From one level to another, it felt like I'm trapped in the never-ending bowels of the same tree, experiencing a bizarre sense of déjà vu. The developers did make an effort to alleviate this monotony, but alterations like shifting the color scheme from brownish red to bluish white are superficial and don't really make levels much more interesting. Spending almost half of the game within this tree starts to feel tiresome. I couldn't help but yearn for the same level of design and variety that captivated me during the first half of the game. Besides exploration, there are other interesting elements and surprises that freshen up the gameplay. One standout moment occurs when you find yourself fighting these familiars as Dante, the very same creatures whose movements you controlled when played as V, and they are still using the same moveset. It's just a neat idea for a fight. Another cool segment involves a co-op moment when V and Nero are fighting side by side. I only wish there were more moments like this, instead of it being a one-off for 5 minutes of the game.
I must destroy. I thought that was the plan all along.
Throughout most of the campaign, you will see other demon hunters going about their own business in the distance. While this is interesting and adds a sense of immersion, it's a shame that you can't interact or collaborate with them in any meaningful way, except that one time.